Hi, this is Benjamin, founder of Farmagain. We have come to meet Mr. Siranjeevi and we have actually shot a video with him about a year back. Hi Siranjeevi,
Hi, Na.
how are you?
I'm really good, Na.
So, meeting after 1 year. In fact, last year, almost the same time, we came here and you were right at the beginning of developing this farm. And you were actually doing some 5-layer vegetable concepts.
Yes.
And now you're still doing 5-layer, but you've done great amount of roses.
Yes.
And I remember when you went for Grotron, you said you wanted to follow scientific methods in organic cultivation. And you believed maintaining the right air-water balance would actually help you do organic farming properly.
Yes.
It has been a year now. Do you
Yes,
still think your decision was right? And do you think Grotron really helped you achieve something in this field?
Yes, definitely. It has. So many developments were there after your visit actually. So what we have developed right here is we have mixed the cultivation. Right, the beginning we were been using vegetables as a major source of crop, and what we have done right now is we have divided this area into 3 different kind of parts. The first layer we have been focusing on flowers, and the second is going to be a fruit, and third we have been focusing on vegetables. So whenever people is going to visit, is organic is really possible through the system.
Yep.
Yes, it is 100% possible, and this farm is one of a example for that. So here you can see the rows have been grown very well, and we have been using purely organic, and we have been using Farmagain as a major technology partner for this farm. Here you can see this entire farm is completely. We have been using automatic irrigation and automatic fertigation, and the fertigation is by organic manure as a fertigation. So yes, I have taken a very good decision, and this is the example.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question little differently.
Yes.
See, you are a remote farmer in a more sense, right?
Yeah.
You have your own business.
Yes.
You are an established businessman. Now this is a hobby farming in a way, but at the same time, you're passionate about getting it right.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. Exactly.
Now you said Grotron really did help you develop this farm.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this question slightly differently. If you didn't have Grotron, what do you think would have been the situation?
In this farm, without Grotron, what all the problems we'll be facing is mainly it is based on labor. Labor source is very much required to run a 1 acre farm like this.
Yeah.
So here we are using it completely automatic. Irrigation is based on completely automation. So we need to track on the amount of water which is there in the soil first of all. That is automated. We don't want a labor in a day schedule or a hour schedule. You don't want to operate this farm at all. So that is completely automated. And the required amount of water is completely measured through automation as well as the tensiometer which is being used in this farm.
Yep.
So that is continuously tracking my farm.
Moisture level.
Yes, moisture level is completely tracked over here. And whenever the required level is decreasing, it will automatically irrigate. So no labor is required to operate that wall first
So
of all.
basically, the moisture maintenance is done scientifically, automatically
Yes,
by
it is
Grotron.
scientifically operated, and the fertigation is also done in a way that the organic inputs we have been already fed it in the tanks. So whenever and one more thing you have to add is we don't have much proper current over here. We are facing a problem in power.
Yep.
Sometimes the irrigation may delay because of the current. But what will happen is whenever the current used to come over here,
Yep.
our system will automatically work.
Yep.
So that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to call a person and tell him go operate the
Turn on.
system,
Yeah.
turn on. We don't want to do such kind of things. So we have been completely hassle free. For that, we have been very much grateful to Grotron for having such kind of technology, and that was very helpful. The only labor activities right over here is they have to take on the weeds and they have to take care of the plantation as well as the yield. That's it.
Harvest.
So for a 1 acre, I'm using just 2 labors for this farm.
Yeah.
The rest of the work, it is completely automated.
Siranjeevi, you had a larger dream of doing something in dry belts,
Yes,
correct?
Yes.
Now you have seen great success in 1 acre trial plot.
Yes, ma'am.
What are your next steps?
So when we start this 1 acre farm, it was around 2023 June. We were starting this project. So our main focus is to develop this scientifically organic farming. We are focusingly developing through all the dry belts, starting from Madurai to Tirunelveli, Sivakasi, Virudhunagar, and Tuticorin, Kanyakumari, Nagarkoil. So many belts are here. So our main focus is to develop
Your main
many
focus is specifically dry
dry
belts.
belts. You can see this area particularly, we don't have much water source. The water source is very much far away from here. So around 800 meters, it's going to be somewhere far away from here. We don't have much water source over here. So we built a reservoir and we have done so many research here. And then only we have been doing this kind of farming. And in that process, Grotron was very much helpful for us in the name of irrigation, because we are not going to always flood this area.
Yeah, you cannot
Because
do.
we cannot do it. It's
Yeah.
not possible. So we need a specific time we need a irrigation, and specifically it is measurable. We were very much know the condition of this farm, because we don't have much of water sources, so
Yeah.
we have to preserve the water and we have to do the farming according. So what we did is we approached Grotron. The Grotron was very helpful in a way that there are so many products were there in the market, but we suggest Grotron. Service support was very good in Grotron first. So the water for this particular area, we have to take the reservoir water around 800 meters far away from here.
Okay.
So what we did is we built a reservoir here and then we started doing the irrigation. But I cannot flood. I cannot do a flood irrigation right over here, because it is very luxury for us. So to avoid such kind of condition, we need a scientific approach and we need a required amount of water for the plants, not a
You
flooded
cannot
way.
flood.
I cannot flood.
You just have to be diligent in
Yes,
using how
yes.
much water you have.
It should be a scientific approach too. So for that only I preferred Grotron. And how it was helpful for me is we were able to manage everything, starting from irrigation, fertigation, or in the name of sensors, soil sensors, or timer based, any kind. We can customize it according to our requirement. So that was very helpful for me. So I don't want to keep on track on my water level as well as the requirement of the plant. Everything it is completely taken care of by the system. So I don't want to be worried about it. And with that help, I was able to do a big way of. You can see this live models over here, and it was very helpful. And the support was really good from the Grotron team. I was anytime I can call people, I can ask doubts. Of course, it's going to be a new system. It is very new in the market, so you might have a lot of doubts, and the service team is very helpful for us.
See, actually, when he talks about service team, one incident comes to my mind. Chiranjeevi called me once and he said, Anna, we didn't have electricity for a few days. I mean, generally the electricity is a big issue here.
Yes.
So it comes and goes. But for 2 days continuously, there was no electricity. Apparently, our service team from Coimbatore called him and said, Sir, do you know there is no electricity for the last 2 days? And that is when he realized. So I was happy that the protocol that we have established in the backend team continues to work. I think we are getting the same feedback from a lot of customers.
Yes, yes.
And I'm happy that the protocol still works, and I think we will strengthen that further.
Yes, sir. Actually, for the past 4 days, we were not having good electricity over here because of some sort of works we're working on it. And your technical team were calling us, and he called me, sir. There is for the past 3 to 4 days there is no current. You are aware of it? Then only I come to look on the app, and then I come to realize it. Then I call the electricity team to take care of the thing. Then only we got the supply, because this current have been shared by 3 different members over here in this farm. You can see.
Yeah.
None
Actually,
of them were aware of it.
interestingly, one other thing Chiranjeevi was telling me was there are 3 farms, including this. So the other 2 farms are also automated by some other providers. But what is interesting is that apparently every time they have an issue, they call Chiranjeevi and they ask him whether there is a power cut, and then he gives information. So in spite of the fact that the surrounding farms are also automated by other technologies, they call Chiranjeevi to know the reality. So that way, I think they indirectly are using Grotron, although they have some other technology installed.
Definitely. The voltage fluctuation is very much higher
Extremely
here,
high, yeah.
because it's sort of a windy area too. So the jumpers have been used continuously. It used to cut over here. So for tracking such kind of voltage, we were so much aware of it. Even a small notifications we used to get from Grotron, that if we were able to see such kind of notifications, we can do a beautiful amount of farming.
Exactly.
This farm is a complete model farm where we are growing different kinds of crops, as I earlierly explained about it. So we are focusing to do lot of model farms like this in so many areas, as I mentioned earlier, from starting from Madurai
All the
to
way to Tuticorin.
Nagarkoil to Tuticorin. This is a very beautiful live model. People can visit here and get to know more about this system as well as the plantations, how we have been maintained here. So it will be very helpful for the people who are really focusing on doing some serious farming with the scientifically organical way. This is going to be a very good platform.
Yep.
You can definitely use this form for a
Right.
visit.
And the additional information is that Saranjeevi, after this kind of great success in this 1 acre demo plot, he is now very active in promoting his concept, which is farming as a service to the southern belt of Tamil Nadu. And he is very clear that every farm will be fitted with Grotron because that's the only way to manage farming where you can actually conserve or use water diligently. In any dry belt, that is a very key criteria. So he is very clear, and he has been quite active in the last few months in bringing in more customers onboarded with Grotron. So Grotron is one part, farming as a service is another part. So I think with a lot of people used to ask me one question. Will technology really help in organic farming? And the right answer is this form. Because without technology, this organic farming would not have been possible. And with Grotron actually managing this farm, he was able to successfully do his research in scientific organic farming. So organic, inorganic doesn't matter. Grotron is a technology that was built based on science. It helps. It works irrespective of your farming practice. So Saranjeevi, it is. I'm extremely happy.
Thank you.
Because especially when I see people like you who are existing businessmen trying to venture into farming, I usually think it will wither away. The interest will wither away in a short span of time. But you have been extremely diligent. You have done your hard work. And of course, I'm happy that Grotron has helped you in your journey.
100%.
And I wish you all the best in your journey in making all the dry belts as green as this.
Definitely. Thank
See
you
you
so
again
much.
in another farm where you do a transformation.
Yes, definitely.
See you there.
Thank you.
Bye.